Nasdaq reported quarterly results this morning as well. Better than expected profit and revenue for the third quarter. So that's the good news. But I think we're all trying to just figure out what you think is really happening, not just in the past, but in the present and future. What is happening?
Well, first of all, we're really proud of the results that we delivered for the quarter again. And growth has come from all elements of our business. So we're really proud of that as well. And we think of our business in three key pillars. Liquidity, trading continues to be very strong. And we have returned to growth in our market technology business, which we're really excited about. I think that on the transparency side, corporates are looking more than ever for help in understanding how they're navigating the capital markets with their investors, how they communicate with them. And investors need more and more modern workflow tools. And so that's driving demand there. And then on our integrity suite, that's our anti-financial crime business. And Verafin had 25% growth and 54 new clients in the quarter. So continue to see really strong demand in the need for anti-financial crime technology. So in general, the business is going well in a really interesting and dynamic environment right now.
So, you know, I think the general public thinks of the Nasdaq, they think of the building, they think of the IPOs, and they say, oh, the IPO market is shut. A, let's talk about that. What is going on there? But B, I think people don't always appreciate that the Nasdaq as a business is actually so much more and different, frankly, than what this is.
Yeah, and in fact, I mean, we obviously are really proud of being the home to 5,000 companies, and I think that it's a big part of who we are and our identity. But it is not a huge driver of our revenue at this point. You know, we are now really a scaled technology provider, data analytics provider to the industry. And we like to think of ourselves as kind of a trusted fabric to the financial system. Now, in terms of IPOs, we actually did have 28 companies come public in the quarter. It's a 90% win rate for Nasdaq, so we're excited about that. But you're right, you know, a lot of companies are waiting to see different times. They're waiting for investors to be ready to put risk capital to work, and that is not the environment we're in right now.
In terms of the various services, though, that companies are buying from you, enterprise-style products, if you will, do you feel like it's harder to make the sale, that there's more churn, that on the margin, they're trying to peel back things, or no?
You know, as of right now, the answer is we are seeing really strong demand, and that customers are making decisions, they're buying the products. We're not seeing real shifts in buying behaviors. We are looking very closely, though, at what we call kind of the leading indicators, our pipeline and how that's developing. Are companies making decisions on a normal timeline? Are we able to implement in a normal timeline? And so far, everything's going very much according to what we would expect. But we're definitely trying to make sure that we're keeping our pulse on that to see whether or not there's any slowing, but we have not seen any yet.
When you say you're watching the pipeline and it's basically what you would expect, is it what you would expect with times of tighter liquidity and concerns about a recession on the horizon?
It's been pretty consistent in terms of over the last couple of years, the demand for our services as well as the buying decisions are being made, you know, very consistently over the last few years. So I would say that it's not really in the context of concern right now. We'll, as I said, though, we're watching very carefully because we want to make sure that we're managing the business appropriately to the environment we're in. But as of right now, we see really healthy demand and really, pretty quick decisions from the clients.
So that means you can continue to invest in those businesses right now?
Yeah, I mean, we've been investing in the business to drive long-term growth. We will continue to invest in the business to drive long-term growth. We are not going to ignore the environment that's around us, but we want to make sure that we can really deliver really long-term returns to shareholders. And so we can be pretty nimble, but we also feel like we're making the right investments in the right areas right now.